They laughed at the janitor in uniform until the SEAL Admiral called him Sir. The Naval Academy was buzzing that morning, cadets hustling down the hallways, polishing boots, preparing for inspection. Among them, one man stood out for all the wrong reasons. Gray uniform, faded boots, and a mop in his hand, Mr. Harris, the janitor. Some cadets snickered every time he passed. They whispered, "Why's the janitor wearing part of a uniform? Trying to play soldier?" They didn't know the truth. That day, the Academy was hosting a visit from Admiral Keene, the highest-ranking SEAL officer in the region. Every cadet was on edge, hoping to impress. As the Admiral's convoy arrived, the cadets stood in formation, crisp salutes, perfect posture. But when Admiral Keene entered the hall, his gaze froze. Not on the cadets, not on the officers, but on Mr. Harris, standing quietly near his mop bucket. The Admiral's eyes softened. Then, to everyone's shock, he snapped to attention and saluted the janitor. The entire hall went silent. "Permission to speak freely, sir?" Admiral Keene asked. The cadets exchanged confused looks. "Sir?" The janitor just gave a humble nod. "At ease, Admiral," Harris said calmly, his voice steady and commanding. Every jaw dropped. Admiral Keene turned to the stunned crowd. "You kids think this man's a janitor? You're half right." But before he mopped these floors, he commanded one of the most decorated SEAL units in naval history, Operation Iron Dagger, 2003. His team saved an entire convoy trapped behind enemy lines. Gasps rippled through the cadets. Harris tried to step back, but Keene wasn't done. "We lost contact with his unit for 3 days. Everyone thought they were gone. But when reinforcements arrived, they found him carrying his wounded men out, one by one. He refused evacuation until the last of them was safe. One cadet, red-faced with shame, whispered, "Why would a man like that end up here, cleaning floors?" Admiral Keene looked at Harris, then answered quietly, "Because men like him don't need medals or ranks to serve. He told me once, a clean floor helps a cadet focus. And if I can serve them, I'm still doing my duty." The room fell silent. Every cadet stood taller, eyes wide with respect. The same hands that once mocked him now helped carry his mop bucket. Harris smiled faintly, shook the Admiral's hand, and said, "Good to see you again. Keene, glad to know the Navy still remembers its ghosts." As the Admiral left, he turned to the cadets and said, "You don't judge a man by the dirt on his hands, but by the weight he's carried." From that day on, no one laughed at Mr. Harris again. The janitor with a mop had taught an entire generation what honor, humility, and real service truly meant.